Good evening and welcome back to the Cornerbox. Tonight with myself, Paul Harrison, and with special guest tonight, the man himself, it's Clint Goodchild.
Thanks for having me, Paul. Good to be on,
see you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So we'll get straight into this, basically. It is Super League Round 8. The Knights are hosting the Leigh Leopards this evening. Both teams, in real terms, struggling. 12th and 13th respectively in the league, so this is on paper a really tight affair. It could go either way. So looking at the teams, Clint, there's a couple of debuts or Super League debuts within the Knights rank. They've got Miles Harrison, Super League debut, Cody Hunter, Super League debut, Knights debut as well, and Ben Littlewood, who's just coming on loan from Leeds.
That's right,
so,
and I ran into Ben Littlewood on the walk into the stadium this afternoon, and he is a big lad. I think he's standing about 6'5" or something along those lines. So, you know, Leeds have been kind enough to give him to us for a week at least, and it just gives us a bit more option in the middle for us. So, the big one for me that I want to talk about, mate, you know, is this young Miles Harrison. What do you know about young Miles, mate? A very proud day to be a father of a Super League debutant.
Yeah, he got all his good traits from his mum. So he's tall, he's got hair, you know, things like he's athletic, you know, things like. I think he's just got a tiny bit of rugby brain from me.
Is that right?
Like that I contributed about maybe 20% to gene pool in this one, I think.
Mate,
so
you've done the 20% that matters today, mate.
So yeah, as a family, we're massively proud of. He's got his sisters are here, his nephews down there, his girlfriend, mum. You know, we've all sort of come out tonight. Everybody's really looking forward to it, really excited.
Well, I think it's quite a serendipitous evening too, because there's two names on this team sheet that came through the York junior ranks, you know, right through the Excel program. The first one to ever make Super League is young AJ Towers. Yep. So AJ came through, you know, again that Excel. I think they debuted, you know, within 12 months of each other for the Knights. And then AJ jumping over to Leigh Leopards to make his Super League debut last year. But to have Miles come through, he is the first player ever in the history of the club to come right through the junior ranks, all the way through our development program, and to debut tonight in Super League is something that not only am I proud of from a club standpoint, but again,
it's a fantastic achievement. It's a great achievement for both of them, I think. You know, I mean, from a personal perspective, you know, because I've been there pretty much every step of the way. I mean, I coached them both at Heworth, ironically, you know,
and in spite
as juniors.
So, in spite of that, they've still come through. It's amazing. It's amazing the obstacles they've overcome.
And they used to teach me loads of things. So I learned loads of rugby talk from them too. Brad Ward's another one who's up at Thunder at the moment. Brad was another one I coached, you know. So yeah, I'm quite proud of my track record there.
Out of the four lads in 2022 when I came on board, there was Miles, there was AJ, there was Brad Ward, and then Toby. And three of them have gone on to play in Super League, and Brad is, you know, he's earning his stripes, and I'm sure he'll get his chance before too long as well. So it's, you know, it's really quite exciting to see those guys come through, even though they're not all in black and amber. It's great to see them get an opportunity.
Yeah, and I know AJ's family are here. I've just been speaking to them inside, you know. And, you know, so me and Steve, AJ's dad, me and Steve, we went on a very similar journey, because when AJ and Miles both signed up for the Excel and through the development program, they were both 16-year-olds. Yeah. So at the time, obviously, they couldn't drive. So Dad's taxis were a big thing, So me and Steve have spent many an hour stood in quite often freezing cold weather at the end of a 4G pitch, discussing tactics and terms and everything else, and do you think they'll ever make it? And I think we once got a free curry out of it one night when they trained at Fev or something like that, you know. Brilliant. So, but yeah, you know, it was great. I mean, you know, Steve's a great guy to sit around and talk to, you know. He's obviously, he knows the game as well. So we had a vested interest and a common interest. And to be honest, when they passed the driving test, I remember texting him saying, I don't know what I'm going to do on a Tuesday and a Thursday night now.
Just go straight to the pub. Get them to pick you up on the way home, mate. It's your turn.
Quite disappointing when Miles passed his test. I think for the first few weeks I still went along, and he sort of looked at me and he says, like, what are you still doing here, Daddy? I was like, well, I don't know what else to do.
What a journey, mate. So
it's been great.
I feel pretty lucky to be sitting next to you tonight, mate.
To be honest, Miles won't be nervous at all.
I've never seen him get nervous.
He's horizontal, this kid. He's so laid back, you know. So I'm probably more nervous than him, but having to do things like this evening's probably helped take my mind off it.
Again, probably a bit too much reminiscing, but I remember round 3, 2022. Against Batley in the mud. And Miles played fullback that day, and you wouldn't wish being a fullback in that scenario on anyone.
No.
And he was unbelievable. You'd swear he's got ice running through those veins. Absolutely incredible performance that night.
He was up against Luke Cooley that day as well. Luke Cooley was fullback for Batley, and Batley, I mean, obviously they knew he was a young lad playing, you know, in horrible conditions, and they slung everything at him. They bombed him, never stopped, you know. So
it was a big win.
And he stood up, he stood up.
I think it was the first win against Batley in something like 22 years or something too.
It was. Will Oakes scored right at death, didn't he?
Here they come.
Anyway, here we go back to the action. Here comes all the smoke clouds, and here come the Knights. Looking fantastic in this. It's a beautiful evening, isn't it? All of a sudden, that sun's just setting over the stand. Floodlights are on. It's a fantastic atmosphere. I know Leigh came here a couple of years ago in Cup, and they filled out that stand. And Miles played that day. Miles and AJ were on the York team that day, and I'll never forget after the game, Miles come off, and I said, "What was that like?" And he says, "Blimey, they make some noise, don't they?" Like,
not wrong.
So you know, they're very vocal. I mean, again, I was talking to AJ's dad, and he says the home games there are just, you know, noise is just phenomenal. Like so, but this is going to be a real challenge. This, I think, you know. To honestly think, I think if York can stay within a score of them at half time.
I think the first 20 minutes of this game, you know, we've not been starting fast enough as a team. If we can get that first 20 minutes right, we can complete it at a high percentage. I think we'll find ourselves in this contest.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you know, I think there is a chance this could be a forwards-dominated type game just because of how they're set up. You know, because they've got, I think it was in centres, but they've got Innis Senior, who's naturally a winger, and Jack Hughes, who's normally second rower. They're both playing centres. I know second rows and centres nowadays are quite similar sort of roles, but
as the game speeds up, it seems to be, you know, centres are getting bigger and back rows are getting smaller, aren't they?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's a bit of a levelling out. But
so the few changes for York. David Nofalumas started at fullback today. He's been going really well.
I've never seen anyone put him down on the first attempt. He'll certainly bring something out of backfield as far as yardage in the absence of Toa. So it'll be good to have that. And
he played for Halifax against York last season, and he played at full back.
And he was so disruptive. He was an absolute handful. It's a good start.
That's a great catch. That's young AJ, isn't it, catching that?
Yeah,
great take. And there was a reception committee waiting for him. Good to see Sam Wood back out there. That's a quick turnaround, quick recovery.
Yeah, he's a great leader in the group, mate. Even through pre-season, he's shown his leadership qualities, and he's just a pro's pro, mate, and a new dad as well. So he's not just at a new club, but he's also welcomed an addition to the family. And, and I'm sure he's trying to get as much sleep as he can, the poor bugger.
Good luck with that one.
Here we go.
So it's Leigh on the ball, and they say they're kicking quite early. I don't think that's
a bit of a duff kick, so depending on the bounce.
Certainly didn't get hold of it, did he? So horrible bounce though.
There we go.
Well, there goes Noffa, and as you say, you know, he's that first man. They're very much, you know, Toa's brought something to the game in that respect, and you know, when Toa, he always beats that first tackle, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, mate. His kick return is so strong. You know, he's such a large individual with speed and power, but his fourth tackle carries. Leading into a kick pad is just, you know, it's very much a part of the modern game, and he's a dynamic fullback. When you look at how fast the game's going these days, to have someone of that size, it's almost a bit of a throwback.
They're doing a short play. This is Macca's favourite little move, isn't it? Is a little short play down blind. He does, you sort of half expect him to do it again. And he has.
He's gone at solo. He might be in a bit of trouble. Yeah. I think you talked him into that one, Paul.
Yeah, sorry, there you go. There's me coaching coming to the fore again, So
if you're going to turn it over, it's not a bad spot.
No, it isn't. No, there's worse places, isn't there? I think sometimes they don't mind, do they? Come out as you've got 100 metres to go. So
being the dinosaurs that we are, mate. when you talk about hookers going back in the years of York, you know, Corgi and guys like that, you've been around a lot longer than me. Where would you name your top three hookers to play for the club, excluding McShane?
What was his? Lee Jackson.
that's a good name, that one.
Yeah, Lee Jackson, he was some player, was Lee Jackson,
yeah,
you know, and
well,
I know...
Geez, represented his country for
yeah,
a long time, didn't
we
he?
got him right at the end of his career, and he was still brilliant.
Yeah.
He was still one of the best players. I mean, York were in a particularly great time at, you know, it was back at Rydale and things like that.
Well,
so
and he had a lot of success in Australia as well.
yeah,
Newcastle.
He was a tremendous player.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Do you know
was-
what I remember about Lee Jackson, though? And this one, you know, again, I'm sure he'd love to hear this, but the first game that I ever really remember from start to finish and had a real effect on me. There's a young man getting his first carry in Super League. Well done.
Yeah, he's done all right. He didn't get pushed backwards, so that was the main thing.
No, it's a good carry. Scotty Galeno backs that one up. But I remember the second test in 1990, and Great Britain had us on the ropes. You won the first test, we're on the back foot, and Ricky Stewart threw an intercept to the substitution. I can't remember who it was now. And it looked like we were going to lose the Ashes for the first time in you know, a long time.
Yeah, forever. Yeah.
And poor old Lee Jackson, you know, 80 minutes in the hard going that it was back then, particularly. He swallowed Ricky Stewart's dummy and ended up going 90 metres to win the test. But
that's Cody. Cody putting his good kick chase again right into corner. I mean, AJ's taking it well again, you know, and he stayed in field. I think that was probably the main thing there. But that was that's confidence from Cody Hunter there. You know, he's taking that responsibility on. Well,
we talk about young guys getting an opportunity, and this is certainly a big opportunity for Cody. You know, and sometimes you find yourself as a next man up, but. In spite of injuries and obviously Liam Harris, Denny Richardson, you know, even Will Dagger, who's had success in the halves at this level, you know, he's earned his opportunity and he's been one of the better players in the championship.
We've gone 40-20. It was nowhere near 40-20. So, hold on, Miles. Just keep your ground, keep your feet, keep the ball. Well done, mate. Yeah, he's got his front foot. That's good.
Just shy of
good return. He's just got half through a tackle there. So. He'll be pleased with that. It's 2 little carries, 2 decent efforts. As they followed it up with a good decent carry from Kieran Buchanan there. And he's still going. Still going. Wow, they've had to put him down eventually. Great carry that, yeah. So it's slight advantage to York here territory-wise. You know, we sort of...
Sam Wood back into the action.
No,
he's certainly got that
decent start because it was a poor kick from Leigh. I think they were going 40-20 then, but it was a really poor effort.
Here's Atta. When Atta runs and takes him on
turns
square,
up, we're good.
Oh yeah. No, he's some talent, mate.
He is. You just want him to get them. Lost ball here.
Ball's out. Bit of broken field. Boys have scrambled.
Varney, I think it's Paul Vaughan, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
No, I don't.
Well, it looks like an offload gone wrong there.
Yeah, he's on to try and. I think he thought he was going to spin round back of him, didn't he? So
some good line speed here. Keeps them at their. What are we on there? The 30. Just working towards the 40-metre line now. A Pape in. And Lamb showing a bit of space.
A little run round the back.
Well slid off. Excellent work. Pushing to the sideline.
I think there's going to be a penalty coming though, isn't there?
What's happened here?
So it's alleged. It's one of the most frustrating parts of the game for me nowadays. Is this late hit. I get why it's there and everything else, but I think there's a lot of soft penalties given as late hits.
I missed that one myself. I'd have to.
Yeah, he was just out at back.
Lamb. Oh, it's not even a late hit. It's an off-the-ball bump.
It was Macca, wasn't it?
Well, if you're going to have a decoy runner, they're going to get hit, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, they take it to line. Who is it? The world experts at it are Toulouse. Who is it? Marion.
Marion's very good at it, mate. Jeez.
Very good. He's very good at falling over as well. He's very good at taking it to line. He's very good at falling over. So this is the first dangerous bit of players as Lee carry into the 10-metre zone now. So in the red zone here, Lee. See what they'll come up with.
Lamb's show.
Going through hands, all the way up to the side. Good tackle.
Boys held their space well. Whenever they
come back to the middle.
Inside shoulder. Whenever they look after their inside shoulders and hold shape, they look pretty comfortable. That's good.
It's a poor kick.
Done. Well picked up by Jesse D.
Yeah, we'll take that. What was that? Adam Cook. So we'll take that.
Here we go.
Great, well done, Scotty.
Across the 20 and out of the red.
He's been some finders, Galliano, hasn't he?
He has, mate.
Been good.
There's a bit of a connection with Galliano to Cody Hunter as well. They both played in the Q Cup at Sunshine Coast together.
All right.
You know, when we were looking at Cody for this week, you know, Scotty certainly was one of the guys that said he's more than up to it. So
yeah, I've seen him turn out for Newcastle a couple of times. And I've been quite impressed with him. So
Macca, early kick, straight down the middle.
Yeah, it's territory. It's just a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment, isn't it?
Bit of a settler, work for a mistake. That's good.
Yeah, make their forwards turn and go back and start again. How
good's Josh Charnley been? He still keeps turning it out, doesn't he?
Great effort from AJ. He's nearly bust that. Charlie's been around forever, hasn't he?
Mate, and continues to do it at a high standard.
He's I can't remember where he is. Is he second, third top try scorer?
Oh, pick it up. Oh, boys, we've got to take that.
Should have got that. Should have dived on that, I think. There.
Got to take that opportunity.
That was an opportunity to get ball back. Yeah, we're a bit stretched here.
We're numbers there. We got numbers. Plenty of numbers here. Now this way we might not.
That's all right. Just get up, keep flat line. Well done.
We go. Fifth and last.
This is where Pappy's very dangerous here.
Here he goes.
It's a great tackle. What a tackle that is.
Go.
Go on.
Young Miles. Take the meters.
Go on. Well done, Atta. Great. What a tackle by McShane, though. There's somebody down on floor in back play as well. It might well be Macca.
If anyone's going to get up, it's Macca. He's a tough bugger, I'll tell you. A pro's pro. Continues to compete on every play.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see the stuff off the ball. Great ball. Come on, Woody. Scotty.
I think he's got him in touch, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a good defensive effort that. We had him.
Yeah, AJ again, yeah. Yeah, it's decent effort. Maybe Woody should have maybe hung on a little bit here, so.
Easy. Yeah, AJ, good effort. Got him by the collar and dragged him over.
Yeah, some tackle that.
Just puts himself in the tough spots, doesn't he? It was good by out of here not to overplay either. You know, plenty of tackles in hand. Just take the yardage.
Yeah. He's done well. He's read his ground.
First tackle. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So again, you know, it's all right. It's you know, we've gone into touch down at the bottom end of the ground, but again, it's a 90-metre effort if they want to score. So.
Yeah, exactly.
We're 10 minutes in, and there's you know, Leigh have only been down here once, you know, so I think York have started pretty well, really.
Yeah,
so
it's just getting rid of the nonsense and cutting out those piggyback penalties and six again. So I think
discipline's our thing in it.
If we stay solid between the ears and don't try to cheat to beat, I think we'll stay in a lot of contests this year.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I said at the start, I think if we're within a try at half time, you know, I think we've you know, you feel like we've just got that bit of, we just need that little bit of confidence to kick us on, you know. So, and also the other thing we've not mentioned tonight is the referee tonight, Tara Jones.
I thought she did a great job in her debut.
Yeah, we had her last year at we had her at Donny, didn't we, last year?
She's rock solid. Was a hell of a player as well. Obviously, seen a lot of her with the Valkyrie stuff.
Yeah, she's been very good.
It's Noffa.
Big test for Noffa. Comes up with it fine. Yeah, no problem.
You could almost say tackled in the air, but that's probably me being a bit one-eyed, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit close. Nothing in it really there, was there? So, but again, it's well defended.
No, Miles again.
Took your ball in. Well done, son.
Find your front, son.
Yeah, he's done well again. That's all right.
Here we go. Kieran Buchanan, I tell you what, he's had to overcome a few injuries early in pre-season and the start of the competition, but one of the guys that really made the jump from part-time to full-time, and you can see the change in him physically.
Yeah.
He's been fantastic.
Oh,
it's in.
That's the main thing. Yeah.
An old school touch finder, mate.
It's just a long way around to do it.
Yeah, shades of Wally Lewis at Lang Park there, mate. Never in doubt.
Went up 40 and went forwards 20. Yeah. It was a little bit of a miscue, but it's one we've got away with, so it's still, again, you know.
So you say miscue, I say inch perfect, mate.
There you go, okay, that's fine.
If you're going to kick for touch, you couldn't have kicked it closer.
Okay, fair enough.
Not only is the glass half full, but it's half full of champagne tonight.
Ah, right, okay. Fair enough. I don't often drink that, to be fair, so.
Yeah.
So come on, you asked me about hookers earlier on. obviously growing up in Australia with the game, who were your sort of rugby idols then? Who was it?
There was a guy who, growing up, I absolutely despised being a proud Queenslander, but as you mature and you start to see him as a player instead of an opponent, I think Ben Elias was a revolutionary hooker. I think he's really the first one to have a kicking game, really take them on with a running game as well, all the way through his juniors. Up and under here.
Big kick. He's put it down.
All right, so we've got some work to do. Boys have got to get back, get square.
Yeah, it's quite a big error, really, that, and it's really put Leigh on the front foot now. Yeah. AJ picks ball up, takes a good carry, followed by Frankie Alton.
We'll test our resolve here.
Dangerous area, this. Gone wide, big gap, try. Oh dear. Gareth O'Brien, I think.
Yeah, it was, mate. It was.
Yeah, he just opened up, didn't it? So I think defenders slipped a little bit, but Gareth O'Brien, he don't miss opportunities like that, does he? No, he's too good for things like that.
He's been doing it at a high level for a long time.
So Leigh opened the scoring after on the back of an error. By Scotty,
just took his eye.
He did, yeah. Well, I think he actually took his eye off to talk to our own man, so almost to say get out of the way. And then they shift it right, and he just steps inside.
Just got him to bite
just
there
inside between Atta and Ollie, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. And it's a lovely greasy surface, just slides over. Very easy. Try confirmed. 4-0 to Leigh. Post that, there's been nothing in it really, so that's only second or third time they've been down here. So
it's been a good contest, a good arm wrestle to start, but it was always going to be whoever turned it over in territory first that was going to be under pressure. And,
yeah, it was arguably it was first error really, wasn't it? That.
Yeah.
It's been
certainly the first one in yardage, that's for sure.
Yeah. So who's kicking? Is this? Oh, it's Cook. Right, okay. O'Brien, that's unusual.
I need your glasses, mate. I need your glasses to say.
It was
better off watching the telly.
To be honest, I recognised him because I didn't recognise him, if you see what I mean. It was he's put it straight through the middle. So 6-0 it is to Leigh. We've played 16 minutes this game. The first real error in the game, and Leigh punished York for it. Straightforward, simple move through hands. And Gareth O'Brien just steps into a little gap and slides over. Easily converted. So York will be they'll be a little bit disappointed about that. I'm sure they are. So and we're going to restart again now. Yeah, the big booming kick into the corner.
Yeah, let's see who's in front of him. Woody's got him.
So Elias was your hooker.
Well, yeah, and again he's one that I didn't have a lot of time for growing up because he was very good in the blue jersey for New South Wales. The two in that 80s and 90s period really, I think Elias was probably the pick of the 80s, but Steve Walters was just so reliable, and the defensive work that he did and the success he had in Canberra was pretty special. Then you get into the modern game, and Denny Badiris, and I don't think if there's a better hooker the game's ever seen than Cameron Smith, then point him out to me because I'd love to sign him.
Yeah, he could do everything, couldn't he? That
Smart.
was the thing. Yeah.
Looked like he was always in second gear, mate, but somehow just knew how to manage a team, knew how to manage a referee, knew how to manage everything.
He even had a kicking game.
Yeah, he did.
And a goal kicking game and everything. He was absolutely
again,
a complete
never
player.
seemed flustered.
Yeah.
Never seemed flustered.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw him when Aussies came a few years ago. He was in team with Thurston.
Yep.
And it was and Slater was at fullback. It's like, wow, what a team
you've
that
got
was.
everything you need there to be dangerous, don't you? Here they go. It's a good
kill
there,
a good read.
Kieran.
I also remember seeing Aussies play Ellen Road a lot of years ago, and Darren Lockyer played. And I think the Aussies were something like 32-0 up at half-time, and Lockyer had his fingerprints on every try that they scored.
Ooh.
And he had no mud on him whatsoever.
Oh, letting him roll here.
Yeah, you don't need to stand strong here. Leigh on the attack again. It is the last tackle. They've gone short. They've gone short.
Got to get
on.
And
I think they're going to. I think that's a try. If he's got downward, because he seemed to skim off it a little bit.
A bit of ping pong here, so
yeah. They've given it. He did look. It came off a York player, and it sort of ricocheted around, and then got kicked through again by Leigh. And Lachlan Lamb was quickest. Followed up, just got a little finger tip on it, I believe. We'll see a replay in a minute, but that seemed to be what happened. No, I think they'll be having a little. They'll be having a look on screen.
Let's have a look here.
All right.
So Pape goes short.
So it's off a York player there, and then I don't know who it comes off second. I think it might have come off a second York player. So if that's the case, it's always play on.
This will tell us, I think. Pape kicked it in there. Off the boot, spat out. Now feed's been cut.
It has. But did it come off? Oh, I can't see, can we? The only doubt is if it came off the other Leigh player, because technically he was offside.
I think they've called it.
If it comes off the other Leigh player, he's offside. But Leigh have all retreated back to halfway line. They must think it's a try.
Well, they're not showing any more replays,
they're not sure, are they? No, they haven't shown us a decent angle yet, have they?
Looks like they're going to give it, eh?
Looks like it. We're not getting another view.
Well, they're having a look.
No, they are having a look. I think that's the only doubt is when it's a York player, and then I think it might have been
if
Trout.
there's an accidental offside potentially or something like that. But
again, it was Owen Trout who was in there, and I don't know if he kicked it or it certainly deflected on him. York don't think it's a try. York are coming forwards, Leigh are coming forwards.
Well, you can see how deep, because when the ball goes deep in goal, the player was right on it. So if it has come off a Leigh player, you'd almost say it has to be an accidental
I think it comes off Alton here. Is it Alton or Trout? Oh no, it's...
There's one there. He's put the boot on it. I think he's in an offside position.
It's senior, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said it. I got the player wrong, but if it's come off him, he's offside. So when Pape's done that second kick, it's hit him and he's in front of him, isn't he? So,
you know, judging by the body language of the players and positioning, I think we're about to see
they haven't even gone to grounding, so it's going to get chalked off. Is this one?
It's an easy let off there.
Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah.
Hopefully,
all players
hopefully. There we go.
There's a shock. Everybody booing. It's so bizarre. I mean, we've seen I don't know how many replays of that. It's quite clear what's happened. There's a player offside, and yet they still managed to boo it.
They've paid good
so
money,
couple of interchanges.
Yeah.
Couple of interchanges for York, and Xavier Vaz come on now. This is one player who's been mighty impressive.
Yes, mate.
I think he's been our best forward this year. I think. You know, that first couple of games, and once he's grown into the team and he's grown into his surroundings and the pace of the game, he's been very good.
Young Ollie Field, a bit of an unsung hero, Ollie.
Yeah. So Ollie's another one who came through the junior ranks, same age group as Miles and AJ, and he used to play at Wetherby.
Yeah.
And his dad was coach. His dad is Jamie Field, who played signed for Leeds.
Yeah.
Played hundreds of games for Featherstone. He's a legend over at Fev. And Jamie used to coach Wetherby while I was coaching Youth, and they were on opposites.
Up and under again here. It's a good kick, that.
That's a very good kick.
Short of the... They've switched it. AJ bringing it out. He might find himself in trouble here.
He's in trouble here, yeah. They've got him back. I think they've got him back and over, haven't they?
We needed that one.
Yep, we did. That is a big pressure release.
Is this allowed to be a completely biased commentary? Because I find it very difficult not to be, so I hope that's okay. Do I get the thumbs up from the producer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jamie says I can be biased, I can be biased.
Right. I don't think there's many opportunities you get in life to do it, so take that opportunity while you can.
Not publicly, no. Not publicly. No, but you were talking about Darren Lockyer earlier, mate, and just, you know, guys who have ice in their veins, you know, the bigger the moment, the bigger the play. You've just seen it over and over again.
Yeah.
With him and Cameron Smith. But what's interesting, a lot of people don't realise that his debut for Australia was one of the worst debuts I've ever seen of anyone at an international level. And it was really interesting, you know, getting towards the end of the game. I'm not sure if he actually got substituted out.
Right.
But the commentary...
York on the attack here. York on the attack.
Oh.
Just held short.
Here they go.
Right on the line here. They've gone left. Cody. Oh, we've got 6 again as well. So Cody, I mean, that's confidence, to be fair, from Cody. He's shown and gone.
His
had a little go.
Fantastic. Here's Vaughan.
He's close.
He's in. Are we
6
there?
again.
Oh, jeez. Just shy. Jeez, he's close.
Wow, he must have been really close. You'd have sort of almost backed him then with them long arms.
On,
but
boys.
here we go. We're going left. We're going left.
Take him on at it.
Oh,
jeez. High shot?
I think
High
so,
shot
yeah.
penalty.
I mean, I think he was falling a little bit. I don't think it was malicious, was it? But he's definitely caught him.
I don't think there's anything nasty in it. I think it's just a part of the game when you're desperate.
I think Josh was a little, Charlie was a bit unhappy with that one because I think he feels he's been sort of done. But we're going to see it again.
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because it's under the arm, but he's hit him up under the chin.
The other angle will make it look a bit worse, to be honest, because his head flies back, doesn't it? Here.
Yeah, it's a funny one. It's a funny one.
Anyway, we're off again. We're off again.
Macca under the post. He's been great, Paul Vaughan, mate.
Yeah, he has. He's a real good leader as well, isn't he?
He is, mate.
I imagine, you know, out on the pitch. Yeah.
The way he looks after himself physically, mate, is exceptional. Young Miles,
well done,
bring
Miles.
it back in field, mate. Settle it
Well
down.
done.
Well done, young fella. Here we go, Noffer into dummy half. Ingano.
That's it. Go on, Atta. Go on, Atta.
Taking him on. He's at his best when he runs.
He is, yeah.
Oh, jeez, he's close.
When nobody knows what he's doing, including himself.
Here we go, short ball.
That must be really close.
He's in.
I think he's scored. I think he's scored.
Well,
he's been given.
He's making a habit of that, the big fella.
He is. He's a wrecking ball, isn't he? Close in.
Oh,
I mean, that's York needed to come up with points there. We've had 6 again, you know. So there's a penalty. So he's almost. I mean, there must have been sort of a dozen tackles there. So it was good that they would come back with points in the back of it. So he takes his scrum cap off. You see, he just goes that.
It seems to be a trend, doesn't it? Whether it's him taking it off or others yanking it off, I'm not sure, but it seems to go flying every week.
Yeah, it don't last long, does it?
No. No. It's the unveiling.
And we've got a new goal kicker in town.
And who would this be, mate?
Well, to be fair, he likes them from this range.
I reckon you and I'd be a chance from here, mate, but I've said things of that nature before and absolutely fluffed them. So I think
honestly, it don't matter where he's kicking from. I'm still, my heart's in my mouth.
Well, I bet. Here's what I'll say. I can tell you, he's not going to save me a ball here. It's going to go flying over the bloody stand.
This is definitely going out
as my predecessor said when I was over here checking the club out many years ago, back in 2021. I was sitting next to the previous chairman, John Flatman. Every time they kicked one over the stand, just like that, he'd say, that's another 34 quid. And you know what? I wish they were still only 34 quid.
Well, don't take it out of his wages, because he's got a car loan to pay to the bank of mum and dad.
Oh, mate. Hopefully a bit of win money will cover that this month. That'll be the go, wouldn't it?
Do you think we get anything extra if he gets win money? Do you think he get anything more than the minimum amount he has to pay?
Extra thanks, mate. Extra thanks. Extra appreciation.
It'll be extra chicken breast, that's what it'll be, and I know we'll be paying for them as well.
Keep him fed, mate. Keep him fed.
So we're off again. York back in the game.
Here's Xavier.
24 minutes gone.
Oh, great carry. Again, his post-contact meters have got to be
very
up there
good.
with
You know,
the league. You know, he does such big minutes for a guy who has such a strong impact.
Yeah, and he's I met him last week for the first time. You spoke to him, and he's
a gentleman.
Absolute
gentleman.
A gentle gent as well.
Yeah. No, I met his.
Go on, Atta.
Go on, Atta.
Go on, Atta.
Here we go. Griffo through.
That's a great break.
On the front foot here. Get up, play it. Oh, come on. Unlucky not to get a 6 again there.
Yeah.
Noffer. Here we go. Take him on,
Go on. It's great play from Atta. That's what, again, you know, that's what I said. When Atta plays, we play.
When he's on the front foot.
He's so big influence on this team as Atta.
When he's challenging them and running straight at the line, we look so different, mate. Here's Macca.
And Macca, little scoot and show.
Looking for someone.
Oh,
come on, boys. Griffo still fighting.
Is that last? Again, turn it over right on the post. It's a great set from York, that. I mean, we've gone length at field there.
Hopefully
that's from a
Griffo
kickoff.
Gets up here. I'll tell you what, another leader in the group, Josh Griffin, mate. He really is like having an extra coach in camp. He's such a strong guy between the ears. He's seen it all, been around the blocks, and just knows how to set standards both on and off the field. Very thankful.
Yeah, we've got a few. You know, people say about when you sign, elder statesmen, you know, whatever you want to call them, senior players, whatever, you've got to have them in your team.
It's
you
a balance,
can't just,
mate.
you can't just play a load of kids, can you? So.
And again, you know, I'm not going to say that I have it all figured out. I certainly don't. But you know, one of the things that Mark and I have committed to is really having a balance of youth and experience. So, from a squad standpoint, we never want to get to a stage where we have a squad with an average age of over 25 until we consider ourselves somewhere in a top 4 category. So, you know, as we continue to bring these young guys through and invest in them over time, great take by Nofaluma. Go on, young Miles. He's turned around a bit.
Yeah, he got spun around then,
Took his medicine. Clean play of the ball here, and let's get on with it. There we go. Scotty, always good for the front foot.
Oh, I think they're offside.
Here we go. Piggyback down the field.
Yeah, we'll take that. What we're sort of touching on something I was going to ask at some point. So you know, I know everybody wants to talk about recruitment and who we're signing next year and things like that. But the actual philosophy and the plan behind the whole recruitment, and when you start looking and where you start looking. And
well, it's one of the hardest things to be in this industry is unemotional in such an emotional environment. So you kind of have to make your decisions before emotion comes into it. And a lot of those decisions need to be years in advance.
Yeah.
Not weeks in advance or days in advance, which is, you know, it tests your resolve. So, you know, whether it's going to prove to be right or wrong, we are committed to a youth policy and bringing through players and trying to get a bunch of young guys around the same age that we can get a 4, 5, 6 year run out of and let them develop into winners at the highest level. But to show them how to win, that's the balance. So you have to bring in guys, and, you know, I look at the 2 Pauls, you know. There's Adder again, nice and deep. Cody, a nice short ball.
Yeah, it's good, it's tidy.
It's very handy, mate, very handy.
I just can't see this corner. I'm just going to have to get to your height. Is that the last?
Those guys
hand it over again.
Again, they've turned it over in the right areas.
Yes.
Yeah, they've turned it over in the right areas.
It almost seems like that's a tactic that we're not gonna kick. We're going to turn it over deep. You know, if we get within a certain range, we're going to let them come full length.
So, you know.
Sorry, so you're saying about
so you know, a bit of a youth policy. Oh, they've piggybacked him out of there. Must have been a bit of a clip around the ear, I think. But so you know, we're going to try and gather up as many youngsters as we can, and not having an academy, which again we can get onto that in a minute as well. Yeah, we've got to be. Oh, it's a bit short here. Nofaluma, Woody. Oh, really? Just found touch there, just past the halfway line. But
yeah, because it's not easy finding these kids either, is it?
No,
and you know, the reality is, you know, York currently don't have that setup.
No,
whereas you're established, your big clubs, you know, certainly your Wigans, your Leeds, things like that.
Mate,
you know,
and that's why
production lines, aren't there?
Well, and that's why they have such prolonged periods of success too. You know, St Helens is obviously a great example of that, where they do the necessary recruitment.
Penalty coming. There you go.
Yeah,
and again,
same again off the ball.
I don't think there was he sort of lent his shoulder into him, but hey, you can't touch him hardly, can you? So
no, if they don't have the.
I mean, you know, O'Brien. Is this another point we have to be careful what we say?
A master of his craft. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. He's
the wily fox, mate. The wily fox, right? But again, if you don't give him the opportunity, if you don't,
he has gone into it.
And he hasn't wrapped either.
Yeah, no, he hasn't got his arms out.
He hasn't wrapped around him at all. Mate,
I
don't know if you can call it a shoulder charge if it's your chest, but
I think
it was unnecessary. You wrap him up, there's probably nothing there.
He's going to get called out, I think, here though. I think that they are having a look at it because he didn't have his arms out, did he? So if they're going to, that's where the delaying kick, because I think she's getting some.
If they call that a yellow.
Well,
that's extreme.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's
because there's no malice in it.
Nah.
It's a penalty and you move on. It's a penalty.
Yeah, we're ringing. Yeah, she's definitely going to speak to him. So.
Is she reaching?
Not at the moment. Yeah. I think it's just a little warning in it. Oh no! Dear, that's very disappointing. Again, I just don't think there's enough in it for a yellow, me. But there you go. Rules is rules.
There's no malice in that whatsoever. That's a penalty, and move on. Oh. Contact to the head, maybe. Huh?
Yeah, well, it'll be deemed a shoulder charge more than anything, won't it? Because he doesn't have his arms out, does he?
No.
But there's not many people in crowd wincing, are they, at the sight of it? So
again,
and certainly O'Brien got straight up.
We've got to be more disciplined, you know.
Yeah, we do.
We wrap our arms and make those decisions. Always easier said from the sideline, but
yeah,
it is the truth.
I agree. Yeah, it's not only the fact that we've gifted them 2 points, but we're now going to play the end of this half with a man short as well. So just makes it that little bit harder, doesn't it?
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, we don't need to do it. Yep. 2 points and man down now, the Knights. Xavier Var going off for 10 minutes yellow with a late contact on the runner. Shoulder charge, call it what you want, but he gets 10 minutes for it. So York will kick off again now, 2 points behind. 10 minutes left in this half. But again, it's you know, it's
a good contest.
Nothing in it, is there really? You know, there's nothing in it. So
good contest. And you know, you try and again, we're glass half full with champagne tonight, right? So in many ways, it'll probably give extended minutes to Xavier as an opportunity in the second half. He'll get his tank, He'll get his tank full and no doubt have a point to prove and go. Yeah,
I think the important bit now is that we get to, you know, we don't concede again, you know, because they're going to have this. They've got a little pressure spell here, haven't they?
We've got to complete at a very high standard for this next 10 minutes. And you know, again,
another penalty. We're gifting them at the moment. We're giving him away. There's far too many and they're far too cheap. That's the issue.
What was this one for, mate? Was it offside, was it?
Was it? Sure.
I'm not sure.
No, I'm not sure on that one.
Shanks it a bit.
What was it, Jamie? Do you know? No.
What's the good of you, Jamie? Hey? What's the good of you, mate?
You're our extra eyes. Come on.
We look for technical support and we get nothing. O'Brien. Strong carry there. That offload's always a threat.
Come on, York. You've got to work. Defending. Right. Oh, that's a big error. Big error.
We needed that one.
Yeah, he just took his eye off it. You could see
he sort of drifting behind.
Yeah,
a bit,
he was already looking at. He was looking at where he'd already passed it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's a big let off. That's good stuff. That really helps. No rush here.
That's good. A good breather here too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get a bit more in the tank. But yeah, from a recruitment standpoint, mate, you know, we're taking that 3-year kind of look at things. So if we can get guys out of systems that maybe haven't matured, you know, the academy set up at some of those bigger clubs, they tend to be up or out. And by that I mean you're either ready for Super League or you're not. And if you're not, well, we don't have the space or the cap.
Yeah.
So we're trying to be the guys that spot the potential that maybe needs another year or two to mature.
Yeah.
And Ollie Field's an example of that. You know, Ollie Field's an example of that. He's now more than ready for the Super League stage. He's showing that week in, week out.
Yeah.
But it did take him a couple of years to find his, for a lack of a better term, man strength. And you know, now that he's found it, he's certainly more than comfortable at this level.
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I think, you know, there's you know, they have that big influx, don't they, when they're all sort of 14 and 15 and they all want to wear a tracksuit. But it's the ones that don't. Yeah. And it's what can you get out of them when they're a bit down in dumps almost, isn't it?
Oh, geez,
it's a great offload
here a bit. I think a settling run here would be nice for the old man, boys. Help me out.
Last
well
one.
Cookie.
Last tackle. What we got?
Cody
got
down the
Cody.
short side.
Just a gentle kick into the corner.
It's sitting high. I tell you what. Oh, geez, we had a grasp at that.
I'm guessing there was a bit some sort of knock on. I don't know if they've half grounded it.
Galeno had a second bite at it there, and I think it just came off his fingertips, mate.
Yeah, we just can't see into that bottom corner.
A great kick. Serious
knocked
contest.
it on, yeah.
But again, we've turned it over at the right end of the field, so.
Yep.
A serious opportunity there, and that's all we can ask. We create enough of those, we'll find ourselves well and truly in this game.
It's a good meat, Cookie. He punches way above his weight, doesn't he, just Cookie?
He does, mate.
He was tackled, so he tackles
and
really
the quicker the game goes, the more it suits Cookie. I think in many ways, Super League suits his style of play as a 13 more than the Championship did.
Yeah.
For some players, that's just the case.
Ball out of tackle here. They're looking at. This is where it's dangerous. It's sort of broken play. Get that ball wrapped up, York.
Yeah, well done. Here we go. Here they are on the attack. Oh, it's good defence.
That's a great tackle. Great tackle from Sam Wood. Come on, York. Keep that going. Keep on. That's good. That's good. Last tackle. Come on, get ready. Get set. This is going to go wide. Pretty much nailed on this one.
There we go. They'll be looking for one here.
Oh, he's done it again. Wow, O'Brien again as well. Same person. Literally a carbon copy, which is 20 metres up pitch. But we'll take that. He can do it all night if he wants.
Will. You know, something that this new speed of the ruck's really done is you have to change your tackling technique, particularly in the red zone or, you know, in the 20-metre attacking area. We have a lot of players that are very good at legs tackles, but if you're good at a legs tackle and you utilise that particularly in territory on the front foot, in many ways you're almost creating an opportunity, because if you hold on long enough to secure yourself, you get 6 again. If you get off too quick, it's really difficult to not allow them then a front foot opportunity. So you know, it's a technique that you've been coached since you were, you know, a pipsqueak, and you find yourself now having to go higher and having to get more into the wrestle, particularly in situations where it's not always easy, where you've got to chop them down. So
the whole ruck speed thing. Do you think teams have adapted well to it? Do you think the refs have adapted well to it? I do feel it's very different every week.
Yeah, I think they're starting to get their rhythm now, or you know, I'm hoping they're getting their rhythm now. It's such a difficult job, isn't it? You know, and I'm not even trying to be political when I say this. You could not pay me enough. One, because I don't have the fitness to do it, and two, I can't see. But it's such a difficult job, and particularly on things like the 6 again call. It really is a judgment call, you know, and as the referees get more used to the speed of the game and the tempo that they want the game to be played at, I think the communication with the players on field becomes the differentiation. And so if they're communicating with the players and their verbal is high, I think then we can start to, you know, get a feel for where they want us to be. When a referee is quite, let's say, sheepish in giving feedback on the run, that's where you get yourself in trouble, because if you let them off too quick, you give them everything that the opposition wants. If you lay in there, well, you piggyback and give them 6 again. So.
And I think that they always seem to come in little bursts because it's broken play, isn't it? You know, so you've got 6 again, and they're scrambling around, and then they get another one because they're not set. And you know,
But I do feel, you know, there was a couple of games early on, and a couple of big games for us too, where we found it really difficult to find our rhythm with it. And there were some calls where, you know, they get calls wrong and they get calls right, but I do feel this last few weeks it's becoming a bit more consistent.
But again, I think that's each, you know, it's like I say, it's the officials and it's the teams.
Take them on, come on, mate. Well done, bud.
How many we got?
Oh, jeez. What have we got?
Last tackle.
We've got numbers out. Here they come. Cody in behind.
It's a decent kick.
Chasing through. Oh, I think another 6 coming in.
It was a good kick. It was a great little grubber, wasn't it?
His short kicking game at training this week has really troubled, you know, when we do our opposed sessions. It's really troubled our line, which, you know, if he can continue to bring that into the game tonight, he'll find himself in a real rhythm.
So AJ doing the covering and cleaning up, but it was a very clever kick.
A deft kick. Is that the right word?
It was, it was deft kick. We'll definitely take that. So and this is fine. They want to run clock down. That's fine. We're a man down. So I know they're running it down towards half time, but you know we've only got 12 men on pitch, so we'll take that.
Here too. So Nofaluma, if he tears in here.
Short dropouts. What do you think?
Cookie off the back fence. Jeez, I tell you what.
What do you think to short dropouts?
Oh, jeez. Again, if I had 3 beers in me, I'd tell you what I really think, mate. I think if you practice it and you can execute it at a high standard in training, then there's no reason not to bring it onto the field of play. But I think from a percentage standpoint, I don't know how often it actually comes off. I'd have to go to someone smarter.
It's quite a low percentage, I think.
It's good positioning here. Here we go now.
We could do it. This would be a real turn up if we nick something here.
It'd be a real lift going into half time, being a man down.
Gone wide.
There's a little chip. He's regathered.
Oh, it's last. He didn't get it. He didn't get another.
Here we go. Bring it again. Cody kicking cross field.
Again,
competing
it's a good
deep.
Kick.
Oh, needed to sit.
Oh, it's gone dead. It's gone dead. It's gone
just
too
got
far.
a bad bounce.
They all misjudged it.
in many ways, they didn't have faith that they were coming. The winger was infield about 20 metres, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're all, they've all
if
come
he'd held
in
his
close.
area.
Yeah.
If he'd held his area, but again, easier said than done.
Yeah,
and if that ball sits, Sam Wood probably gobbles it up.
Yeah, but it was a good kick. It was perfectly judged, weighted, flighted. It was good. Again, a little bit more confidence.
Yeah, he's had a good start. If we can get into half time,
come on, York. Just need to hang on now. A couple of minutes. So Xavier Vaz just getting ready to come back on for this final minute, having served 9, I would imagine now.
Well done, Macca. Hot tie that ball up.
Good tackle.
He's a little general, that bloke.
He is now, yeah. He's made a rubber or something, isn't he, as well?
Mate, he's a grumpy little bugger, but I love him. I think he's fantastic. Absolutely
good.
fantastic.
Keep it flat.
Hold it there.
Oh,
numbers
this
now.
is the danger,
Hold
isn't it?
your
When
space.
it's
numbers now. Well done, Mac.
Bit loose.
Well done.
It's a good tackle. That's a good tackle. Well done.
On the ground, just slide and hold. It's good work there by Sam Wood, filling that space.
Last tackle, York. Come on, York.
Turn back.
Shape up.
Oh, that's a line ball at best.
I think they call it flat, don't they? There's a difference between a line ball, a flat ball, and a forward pass. Although nowadays there doesn't seem to be.
Back on yet, or is it?
Yeah, he's back on.
He's back on?
Yeah, he's about to take a carry.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. He's definitely back on.
Again, I'm worried to give him another compliment because last time I did that, he got 10 in the bin. Here we go, Nofaluma.
Noffa, great scamper again. He's done that a couple of times now. Very deceptive, isn't he?
He is,
and
mate.
fast, quick over ground.
He's had success at the highest level for a reason, hasn't he?
Yeah, of course he has. Yeah,
he's an absolute handful. Good carry by Cookie.
Yeah, he's been a real good addition to York, definitely.
Atta down the blind, short ball.
Last tackle. We've got 20 seconds.
Good numbers here, Atta. Up it goes.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Up into the light.
It hasn't gone very far forwards.
It's going to bounce. Have another go. Oh, Jesse with a deft touch. Watch the bounce and well defended.
That was Cody again, wasn't it? So that's about half time. I think it was Cody, wasn't it, who chipped it? Yeah, it was Cody who chipped it. And that is the hooter. That is half time here at the LNER. Score is the Knights 6, the Leopards 8. A very entertaining and a very tight half. I think York could be pleased at that, having gone down to 10 men for a period,
Well, I think in many ways we've probably had field position on our side there, but I like that we haven't tried to overplay our hand. Yep. There's been a couple of really good opportunities there where we've just turned the ball over in good areas. It was really just one mistake that undid us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I think Mark going into half time there will probably reinforce that if they keep doing what they're doing, the results will come.
Yeah, agreed.
But, no one pays me to be a coach, so what do I know, mate? We'll see.
There's a few thousand coaches here tonight.
Everyone's a coach today, mate.
There's also a few thousand referees as well, of which all of those who can tell you how it's done have probably never actually been in middle.
Well, you don't let the truth get in the way of an opinion, do you? So
no.
You don't want to do that.
We'll come back to my very brief refereeing history as well when we come back for the second. Yeah, well, it was only junior, so anyway, we'll talk about that later. So that's us. That's half time. Here in the corner box, myself and Clint. We're going to get quick refresher, and then we'll be back for the second half, and hopefully more of the same, maybe even more of York points.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Good evening and welcome back to the LNER for the second half of this round 8 game, which is fantastically poised at the Knights 6, the Leopards 8, back up to 13 aside, York having a man put in the bin for 10 minutes. There's been absolutely nothing in it, as the scoreline suggests. We sort of mulled it over there just before the half. You know, half-time thoughts, you get to chat to people, get their views. Confidence.
You certainly get their views.
Yeah. You probably more than anybody else.
You certainly get their views. It's funny actually. I don't know if you noticed, but like whenever a game's on at home here in particular, I walk the whole game. I basically walk up and down the the walkway here, just following the ball. So it's quite an interesting change of pace to sit down and and have a chat. It's hopefully not not too grumpy.
Fantastically poised. It really could go anywhere. I think one of the things that York. I mean, I say some really obvious stuff, but there's some poor penalties York give away. I think coming out of yardage, we tend to give a couple away. Yeah. We give one away, where they've got the extra 2 points that's made the difference. So I think if we can just cut out them simple, silly mistakes, York, I think that puts us that bit nearer.
There's been a couple of games where we have been outplayed this year, but the games where we're really in the contest, it's probably a bit mean to say it to the lads, but I think they'd also be the first ones to put their hands up. In some of those contests, we have, in many ways, beaten ourselves with some of the ill discipline. So I think, although they made a couple of mistakes, I do think this has been a much improved performance.
Yes. Yeah, well, there's nothing in it, is there? So no. I think our concern was, well, certainly mine was, pre-match we were saying about how strong their pack looked and was, and they haven't really caused us that many problems, I didn't think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting as fatigue comes into the game, So a puppy's obviously off at the moment.
Yeah.
But, as fatigue comes into the game, his running game becomes a real threat. But at the same time, I think that's where you'll start to see Hingano, Nofaluma, and Cody Hunter too. Cody is an out-and-out try scorer, mate. His running game is superb. So if we can get to that fatigue stage in the game, it'll really open up for some entertaining rugby both ways.
It's good defensively. That's a decent start from you. They've kept him within the 40.
Yeah, it's a good kick. It's
a big kick.
Nofaluma's under it.
No problems.
It should be tackled around the 40.
Dance and step.
On the 30 rather.
So that's a decent turnaround for York.
Yeah, it is.
Starting on their 30.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Jamie, our producer, has removed the light from here. He said that I look like something out of Phantom of the Opera. So, for those watching at home, I do apologise for my looks. Hopefully I can make up with it for my lack of charm.
So what he's done is he's taken it from the side of you and he's put it right on my forehead.
He knows where the moneymaker is, mate. He knows where the good looks and charm are. So.
First time out of a cap on, full forehead reflection. I think that's what it is. It's because it's going back out there. So York just standing it up on the last tackle. It'll go to Cody. He'll put one in the air.
Good chase through here.
Towards AJ, who'll take it very easily.
Well
comfy.
Tackled just on the 11-metre mark.
But again, it's good set. Good finish to a set. Another set completion.
Yeah. Again, if we get them up and no piggyback penalties or 6 against here.
Yeah, this is what we want.
It's just start.
Yeah, if they're going to make the yards, make them work for it. Make it hard.
Man on the ground there. Charlie back through the middle. Good metres. A good tackle as well. Bit of front foot play here. Middle back again. It's a good tackle.
So that's another. Again, they haven't got. They've only got another. They haven't got out with their half again. So that's another decent set from York. Really.
Another light touch.
So
kick.
They've gone for a different style kick
Harrison.
Instead of bombing it. They've just dinked it to corner.
Oh, he's good. He's found his front there.
Yep.
Now we'll see Galliano, I believe. He's so good out of back. He's so good out of backfield. Not too much post.
Such a big thing nowadays, isn't it? This, your back five and how many metres they can make. I know they all know they can make open meters. That's great. That's a great run. That's a great run.
Keep going.
That is a great run.
Well done.
Brilliant. What an effort.
Absolutely.
Sam Wood, come on, quick ball. They're all a mile offside. They're miles offside.
Nofaluma, he's a threat. Take your metres here, mate. Hang on to it. He does have a tendency to try and throw an offload.
Still miles. None of them have got back.
Mingano, flat ball, no out the back.
It's
all right.
Blown that one. Dear me, what? Such a disappointment to something that's so bright.
Again, set line. Just make sure we get our defensive set here, right? And we'll be back in it. It's important that you don't piggyback a mistake with a frustration choice.
Yeah.
So,
although
there was an opportunity, you just don't want to be giving them anything extra. Trust you, mate.
No, just got to, again, it's just basic stuff in it here. Again, just keeping this half. That's what we've done well so far. It was a great burst by Sam Wood. It's a shame there was no finish to it. He deserved better.
There's a threat right here.
This is last tackle. I don't know if they know this. This is last tackle.
Tie that ball up.
It's been managed to get it away.
There's a dodgy kick. It's picked up. And again,
yeah, I don't think they were aware it was last tackle at all, were they?
Ended up with a front rower there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That was a spectacular run by Wood earlier.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, it was he only got hold of his shirt tails, didn't he? Yeah. I thought he got through.
He looked quite dynamic.
There you go, just enough, just got hold of his shirt.
Just O'Neill got him by the...
Now York come left this time with Holyfield just taking a carry.
Short
now
side.
They've gone short side with Atta looping round.
His numbers, well done.
Go on Atta, go on Atta.
Come on boys, Jesse D.
Buchanan. It's great effort.
Excellent rugby, here we go. Fifth and last.
Last tackle.
3 metres out.
What we got? Little
Sending
kid.
it now.
No, the short. Through hands.
One more. Oh.
It was a great tackle, to be fair.
It's killed it there. Enterprising play.
Yeah,
it was a good choice by the winger there in the end. Had he not come in.
I think it was Senior, wasn't it, who made tackle? Yeah, it was a fantastic tackle because York had manufactured a 3-on-1 almost then. Yeah, but it was such a good tackle.
He hit and stick, didn't he?
Yeah. Great break by York again. That's 2 little chinks in the armour that we've seen now. Yeah, so that has to give them some sort of confidence and hope. Yeah, definitely.
Both teams are starting to get some pretty easy yardage through the middle, just around the ruck. So we're going to have to tighten that up and work harder out of marker.
Well, there's obviously, you sort of expect it a little bit, don't you? There's always going to be that element of fatigue, isn't there? Yeah. So, games do start opening up, and I think because
6 minutes in, bringing that one back. 6 minutes into the second half, you'd like to think there's a bit more in the tank at this
you would hope so. But on saying that, York have made them breaks, not them. So let's hope
if one go out.
If the tank's running on there slightly below, it's theirs. Man, who can afford to fill the tank up nowadays? Jeez.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Huh?
Absolutely crazy.
I'm having to go a different route to work, and I'm going downhill and I'm turning it off.
Do you know a vehicle that is surprisingly good on diesel? Land Rover. Surprisingly good on diesel. Don't listen to the rumours. Absolutely economical.
Well,
thanks to our sponsors at Lloyd Motor Group.
There we go. Look at that. And I tell you what, I'd love a jacket as well, and I'd also love a Land Rover to go to work in, if you don't mind.
I'd love a better host. Now you know what it is to want, mate. I don't know what to tell you.
Product placement, but one of them would look lovely on my drive.
Yeah. And you know what, Harrogate Water, you could do with chipping in some cash for us too. Eh? Support North Yorkshire. Get behind your team. Come on now.
We have mentioned this before about product placement, and we are open to offers here. There's a lovely space here to put something down. I mean, I know a Land Rover won't fit on there, but
it's a great kick. It's going to turn them around, find the grass.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. Yeah.
They get him there on the 10. It's a good result.
Yeah. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go.
Really well.
He has, again, it's good, it's really well weighted.
Got Josh. I love how Macca sets the speed of the line.
Yeah.
He comes out, he meets them. Often he'll meet them, soak them up, and then support will come. But he sets our line tempo so well.
Yeah. So this is where York could
follow suit.
This is avoiding penalties now from York's perspective. This is to see if we've tidied our game up and we've learned something. Coming out of yardage.
Just build into the game. Again. Through the middle, Sam's got a stick tackle.
Again, fifth, they're on the halfway line. Lee, and they'll go to Lachlan Lamb, who'll kick. High, long, nothing in that. He didn't like it though. He gives Sam Cook a little. Yeah, he gives Sam Cook a little pat then, didn't he, to say he didn't really like it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, across the one. He's got hold of him. He's entitled to challenge.
Right, a little bit stuck on the back foot here.
York coming out of their own 20 now. Second tackle. Nofaluma.
Now we're going. Miles, good run. Find your front and go again, son.
Yeah, he's put his hand up, the lad.
Yeah. No bias here, though. That's a great run.
Yeah, let's hope he has a better one.
Jesse D.
Great run. That's a good carry as well.
When he runs that line, he runs it with commitment.
Last tackle.
Mingano goes high.
Goes very high. He's right underneath it, is O'Brien. And they're all there waiting for him. So, it's a good entrance set again. So Lee will start from their own 15 this time. Charnley runs straight into a reception party. Barmforth's on now. I'm guessing Macca's gone for a little breather.
Yep.
He'll have 10, 15 in, and then he'll come back on and speed everything up again.
That's
a great tackle. What a great shoulder that was.
When Deneve decides to get out of dummy half, an early kick here. It's going to pull up. It's a good kick.
It's a great kick. Miles has got a lot to do here. Too much to do.
It's a great kick.
He had nowhere to go, did he? It was a very good kick, yeah. Pinpoint.
It's a kick early. Push it in the corner.
Yeah,
Ball
it's a
did
right
its job
kick
for him.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew he was there right till the last minute, and I think he must have heard him breathing. I imagine he breathes a lot louder now, does Charlie? That's an age thing. That's me talking. Oh.
So what else is on your list? What do you want to talk about?
What else is on my list? Right, okay, so where do we start? One that hasn't really been spoken about a lot, but I've seen it on socials and things. The New York City Knights. So New York have now got a rugby team wearing our colours, and we're paired up with them. They've got I believe they've got a big open trial event this weekend.
To use the American term, they've got a combine on Sunday.
Right.
So
how's that all come about?
Well, I spent a lot of time in the US, and you know, when you're as madly in love with rugby league as I am, you kind of look around for the nearest clubs and what have you. And I always thought it was interesting that there was a New York Knights. So the club was established in 1997, and great play here. They're in the 10-metre zone, and now more
this
like
3
3
danger,
metres out. Yeah.
And it's
turning around, coming back to the middle. Lamb. He skipped one out, found the grass.
It's the good old bounce pass.
Go. It's good. Go, Miles.
Go on.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I guess it's not a head high if you grab him by the collar.
Well, it's a strange one, isn't it? I mean, it probably looked worse than it was, but I'm sure I'll see alt nail marks later on tonight when we get home. And there he goes again. Fair enough, he didn't put him off. Good lad, well done. And he's beat his first man, he's found his front again, well done. Take that. So go on, sorry, New York.
Yeah, so New York. So New York was one of the better clubs and more established clubs in the US, and it was the New York Knights. And they originally had a partnership with Newcastle Knights. There's nothing wrong with that. Here we go, Noffa. Oh, one more.
Go on, go on.
Come on, show and go. That's it. Oh, well done. Well done.
Just one pass away again, weren't we? We were close. Come on, that must be six again. Six again, yeah.
See, that's
it is 6 again, yeah.
Just play, boys. Just
play safe, play sensible.
Force. First tackle. Here we go. It's a good deep line here. Come post. Here we go, Griffo.
That's your settler. Come on, yo. Switch.
Oh. Hang on to it. There's plenty of time, boys. Plenty of time.
There's another 3 to go.
Excellent. Well done,
Go
Jack.
on, Jack.
Well done, Jack. Oh, he's lost it.
Because he lost the ball.
Again.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse. I'll get back to talking about New York. So they had a great club over there in New York for many years, from '97, and then leading into COVID, the club kind of lost its way, and you know, every club over there basically runs purely on volunteers. You know, it's completely at an amateur level, and so you know, it always stuck in my mind post-COVID that I never saw this club come around again. And obviously, getting involved with the York Knights, it's not a stretch to go right. Well, there's a parallel there just on name alone. So conversations over the last year or two have developed to where now we're, you know, providing some support. It's a great one by Charlie. We're providing some support and you know, getting that club back off the ground. And you know, from a business standpoint, you know, the future of the game is the NRL and Super League look to go. Oh, jeez.
Soft again. So you know, coming out second tackle on the 30, and we give him a really soft penalty.
Absolutely unnecessary. It's
just has a second little touch, doesn't he, when he don't need to. There we go. Yeah, he made a meal of it, like, but there you go.
Well done. It's just
so go on. Sorry, we're still on New York as well.
Yeah, we got in contact and found a few guys that used to play there, It's back off the ground. So they've got a combine on Sunday, and I think there's about 40 players that have signed up. And
oh wow!
So we're going to see rugby league back in one of the world's great cities. And as the NRL and Super League look to, the NRL in particular, looking at global round.
Yeah.
Our hopes are that we can continue to build that relationship. Good tackle there.
And it's good tackle if he finishes it. Yeah.
Good contact. Oh, here we go.
Looking a bit dangerous. Looking a bit dangerous.
Get there, boys. Well done.
Wow.
Great
He hasn't got that down.
Great defence. It's a good effort by young AJ. He's ended up on the tarmac over there, which isn't ideal.
There's no way it's a trade. I don't think he even got over the line.
I don't think there's too much celebration there, but it was great cover defence and a big effort by AJ. He can finish given the chance.
I get what you're saying about how it blends in with the NRL stuff and Vegas things. Is there an appetite, do you feel? Is there other teams? Is it, I don't really know the history of rugby.
We've spoken a lot with the Sydney Roosters, because they've done something, I wouldn't say identical, but something very similar, in many ways set a precedent. So they've got the LA Roosters. So they went into LA and they've been growing the game there, and balls come out. It's a good desire tackle that they've come across, and they've cleaned that up. But AJ is a real threat for the finish there. There's no doubt.
Yeah, he was. His eyes were lighting up then, wasn't he, for his touchdown? So it was a great tackle, to be fair.
We just need to dampen this period here and get momentum back on our side. It's a nice little 10-minute stage there for
well, again, penalties. Cut the penalties out. That's what's got him downfield.
And again, it's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense stuff.
Yeah.
So, the sooner we cut that out, the better we'll be. I'd like to think that in the near future, I'm not saying next year, there's a lot of things we have to focus on as priority, but in the near future I'd like to see that there's an opportunity to be part of that global round, and to have York go to New York, and to have a presence there where we're growing our brand and we're growing the game. And I think while it is a business, there's also a responsibility to the sport itself, and in many ways that's probably a lot of the discussions that are taking place at the moment between the Super League and the NRL. My biggest fear is that people forget that there is a responsibility to the sport.
Yeah.
That's what's got to be put as the priority, and I think it's been a long time since the sport itself.
Go on, that's a great carry again.
Has been made the priority.
Play on, it's still going. He's not tackled.
Well done.
That's a great effort.
That's when he's at his best.
Yeah. Now, can we finish well? What we got last one? We've gone short. We've gone.
Balls up. This will be a competing kick here. Griffo's on it. We get another kick in.
What's that for?
Penalty off the ball. Jeez.
Taking him out.
I think that's nonsense, that. He's run through his turn. He's made a play for the ball.
I think he's run into him.
His competing eyes are on the ball. He's blind to him.
There you go. Interpretations. Everybody has one.
Might be a little blindsided here. I might be a little blindsided, or one-eyed.
Yeah.
Probably the better term.
It's that light,
I do think she's had a very good game. I think she's been quite.
I thought first half she let everything go, and second half she's pulled a lot up. But whether that's us being, not being as disciplined, So I always think that refs, unless they do have an absolute stinker, they're only giving what they see, and half at time, they're right generally. But I think sometimes you give them that opportunity as well. The Cook one.
If there's momentum against you,
just touched him, and guy sees it and he buys it, doesn't he? And
if momentum's against you, you look like the perpetrator, don't you?
Yeah.
So, is that a word, perpetrator? Probably not.
That's another. It's a very long word. Yeah. I don't use long words. I only use words I can spell. Well, that was far too long.
I certainly can't spell too many myself. Mate. It's good out the back play here.
Oh dear. We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
It's a good try.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So York concede in the corner. We do expect this one to be given. I can't see a reason to short this one off.
Looked pretty
so
good,
they seem to all of a sudden have an extra number. They just ran a short side move, and all of a sudden they've got extra men there.
The naked eye looked pretty good. I can't see if there's, I don't think there's anyone held up there.
Oh, it's quick hands there, weren't there?
It's good rugby.
Yeah. Some fast hands in middle here that really there.
Yeah, that's the pass, isn't it? Drew two in, created the extra man.
Yeah. Yeah, try.
Yeah, it's an interesting time in the game at the moment. Obviously, Abdo was over here for the last 48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I see he was on. He was on Sky Sports last night. One of you been interviewed him.
Yeah, he was. He's a very well measured speaker. You know, they don't give too much away, but you know, why would you?
No.
So it's obviously a period of negotiation, and there's a lot at stake. You know, there's a lot at stake, not just financially. There's a lot at stake. You know, with the game itself, and you have to make sure that both parties. You know, there's a great thing in negotiation. I think when both parties are a little bit unhappy but willing, generally that's when a negotiation's in its best place to get the outcome desired for the long term. So, you know, I'd like to think optimistically there's a chance that we can get this right.
So it's a kick right from the touchline. It's quite an important kick actually, so because it's still a one-score game. So
I think he has missed it. Oh, he's got it.
No, he's missed it. Yeah, just flirting with you. That's good. Keeps it as a one-score game.
It's one-score game. Time to build ourselves in. A quarter of the game left. Again, just some of those defensive reads there. They were well sold by the attacking team.
There was a real sharp pair of hands in the middle of it. That created the extra man.
Two players came in. The shift was good, wasn't it? Right.
But there's still 21 minutes left. York definitely still in this game. You know, again, we could do with a little momentum shift almost. You know, that's what we need.
We've had some great broken play opportunities, and I think we've actually played really well on the back of those. Often in the past, we would have tried to throw that extra pass and undo it. I think if we stay patient and we buy ourselves into the game, Paul Vaughan back on the field will bring. Bring a bit more control in the middle and a bit more.
I think Liam Horn's come on, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So it's interesting that Pape has gone off and not yet reappeared.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Obviously, he came back from injury just last week, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I do wonder. Yeah, so
right, he's going to have to find his front here. There we go.
Rather him than me.
Here we go. Kieran Buchanan fighting hard for every metre there.
He's a strong lad, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He's. I know. I mean, it's early in the year, but I know Miles used to say last year his stats were off the record last year. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot of that dirty, unseen work. You know.
It's a good run here. Nofaluma, he's
still going. He's
an absolute jack in the box, isn't he?
Yeah, he proper bounces off him, doesn't he?
Power to weight, mate. He is as good as anyone in the game.
Barney back on the field. Last tackle. We'll go to Cody.
It's back in field. Fullback takes it on the 10. We've got the boys taking him there.
Oh, all arms
appealing for a penalty, but I think we're good.
No, no, they all arms going air, don't they?
Get up, get up, get up.
So York defending, I think that's tackle 3.
We've got to clean up our ruck here. It won't be long before they start waving that hand again if we don't.
Just slightly on top at the moment, Leigh. Just positionally and definitely possession-wise. Oh, there's a blatant obstruction. Leigh's got hold of him.
Yeah, I was going to say. Here we go.
Last tackle. Where are we going with this one?
Field. It's gone high.
Gone straight down the middle.
Having a look at it, and I think it's been patted back. 6 again. What's going on here?
Oh, they've come up with ball, and now they've given it back to us. But I think it'll come back for a knock-on. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a knock-on against us.
Jeez, interesting to have a look at this one, because they've gone up and competed for it, and it looked like they patted it back, but there doesn't seem to be too much disagreement on the field.
So they've patted it back, and then I think that's the knock-on in it.
Off the ground, maybe.
And then we end up with the ball. I think it was the York sweep, because he's sort of running that way, but he's almost knocked it behind him, hasn't he?
I think when he went to ground, he has the second ball.
Right.
That might have been the touch. Let's have a look here. That's Leigh. There's a touch, and then I think as he's going down,
second little grab. So it is indeed, it's Leigh ball. So and they'll come short.
Oh, jeez. Slippery
slipped,
out there,
yeah,
isn't
somebody went flying, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely slippery out there. It's a tough one because there was a lot of rain came down out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah,
About 4 o'clock,
yeah.
and then the sun came out. So
Yeah.
it's one
Yeah,
of
I
those
thought it
where
was,
you probably should have your long spikes on.
Perfect.
Oh,
Oh, great tackle.
The slips worked in our favour there.
Yeah. Oh, it was perfect conditions. I must admit, when we saw rain coming down earlier, and then it brightened up. It was beautiful for it.
Get him there, boys. Well done. Got to get up. Got to get up.
Get up. No penalties. No penalties. Come on. Oh, one pointer. No. No.
Well,
great tackle. Well done. Great read.
What have we got?
I don't think he comes.
They're a bit flat on the line here.
It's another great defensive read, and York come
go.
away with it.
Well done. It's got to be a penalty. Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? How, again, that interpretation of rules. How 1 minute is and 1 minute it isn't.
Oh, good ball. Here we go, Miles. Good yards. Find your front, quick play the ball and go, son. Deneve, he's off.
That's decent, that's decent. It's good yards.
Yep, over halfway. Another tackle in the bag yet. A little bit of rugby. Oh, geez, round the back.
Hands.
Chip and chase.
Brilliant hands.
Sit up now. Oh, ball's just gone into touch about 7 metres.
Wow, we did.
How about
we seemed
that?
to catch him.
Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, it was. Look at that, yeah, round his back. Brilliant stuff. Come on, York, you're still in this. Come on. 16 minutes left, 12-6. Come on, York.
This one, if we can get our field possession.
This is it, I think, you know what I mean?
Crowd come back into it.
In fairness to Leigh, you know, certainly this half, they've completed sets, haven't they? They've gone set for set, and they've got down the field, got to halfway line, they've got the kicks, they've finished well. You know, so they've had very few errors, and I think, you know, this is where we just need to, if we can force an error, just get a little bit pressure on them, see how they react under pressure.
Continue to complete. There's so much rugby in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
it's not even funny. You know, you don't even start looking at the clock until 7 minutes. So get out of there, boys.
It's gone 40-20. I think it's a 40-20 option, and I think he's nailed it. Great kick, to be fair. It's a great kick.
Yeah. It's a big play.
It's
a huge play.
That is it's a really big play. It's an absolutely perfect kick, wasn't it?
He has his back
pinpointed it, yeah.
He's shown some class there. Right, big defensive set again. Turn them away.
Where are we going with it? So York having to defend now on their own line, basically now. After a fantastic kick by Leigh into the corner, number 40-20, and there's a little scoop. And we can't. We're so far away.
Looks like held
Usually
up.
it's player reaction, isn't it? But
yeah, held up.
Yeah, referee's signal held up, so they'll go back to where they were.
Again, hold our line, hold our shape, back our system here. But you've got to hit and stick.
Come on, just making the tackles. And again, just don't give them any extras. That's the main key to this one here now.
Right. Good numbers, good numbers. That's it, hold him there.
Yeah, that's good, yeah, we've numbered up. Now they'll switch it back again, I would imagine.
Here they go.
As you settle it to the post. Now which way will they go? That's it, there they come.
Oh,
flat ball, and he scored. Somebody's let go, unfortunately. Too big and too strong. And he's got through somebody's fingertips, hasn't he? I think it might have been Atta.
They look dangerous in that corridor.
Ah, dear, such a shame. We were right in fight. There's still a while to go. There's still ages to go. I think we're watching a replay of it now, and again, it all come off back of that fantastic 40-20. I mean, there's nobody stopping that. That's an absolute belter of a kick. And then on the back of that, Leigh built a little bit of pressure, and then just a simple, really one-on-one tackle. Try confirm, but one-on-one tackle and a big man against a smaller man, and big man comes up winning. Yeah, he won it quite comfortably in the end. And Leigh take a 10-point lead, which is such a shame because we're just, you know, we're battling away and we're plucking away. Still think there's more to come. Still think there's more points in this game.
There's plenty of rugby.
There's loads.
Got to be next to score.
Yeah. So Leigh fans getting behind him now and getting a little, getting quite vocal again. Now as we await the kick, Adam Cook down in the far right-hand corner, about maybe 10 metres in. As he runs up to take this, and looks pretty good.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yep. So 18-6, 2-score game now to Leigh. And York, we keen to get back on and get at him again. Come on, York, get your heads up. Come on. Let's see what we've got now. Let's see if we've got some metal in there. I'm sure we have. I'm sure we've got tons of it.
Yeah,
let's see if it can come out.
There've never been ones that quit, that's for sure.
No,
Never been ones that quit.
Are we going short?
Yeah, high ball up. Competing on it. Sam
It's a
Wood's
right
got
kick.
It. There we go.
Great kick, great catch. Take that. It's funny, I spoke to Miles before game today, just briefly, and I said, you know, did he know if he was on kicking duties? And he says, yeah. He says, I'm kicking off as well. I was like, all right. I says, and have you practiced short kickoffs? He says, oh no. He says, I don't think I'll be doing them. Fair enough. So there you go, a little insight into father-son afternoon chat this today. So
pre-match prognosis.
Pre-match build-up. Just another rugby match. That's all I said to him. Just another rugby match, son.
Nofaluma.
Oh, I forget. Just got his nose through, didn't he? Yeah. Just wasn't enough.
There we go. Deneves the threat. To within a metre.
Yeah, he was just off balance, wasn't he?
Fifth and last now. Oh, Jack Martin, the ball player.
Go on, volley, go on, volley.
He's in. Oh, jeez.
No, he's short. I think he's short. I think he's very close, but I think he's short. We've got a perfect angle on this.
Just dropped, didn't it?
Yeah, it opened up then. I think they were waiting for Jack Martin's kick.
Tell you what, the big fella's put his hand up there. It was a good ball.
So body language tells you he hasn't scored.
Yeah. It's a good place to turn it over.
Yeah, again,
it is short of the line. I'd love to see a bit of paint on this, but I do think you're right, mate. Yeah.
You can't see it, so I don't think he's. I mean, he's against O'Brien's chest, isn't he? And he's off at line, so I don't think he got it over.
Good place to turn it over.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it'd have been better another metre. Another metre forwards would have been even better. That would have been a really good place to turn it over. So, other things to discuss about things that are going on at the Knights at the moment, because there's a lot of things going on. So one of them that's just been revealed this week, we'd seen pictures of the throne on the pitch and things, and it's been revealed the Knights of the Realm.
Yeah.
So rather than me sort of saying, here's my notes and this is what I've made of it, so you explain it.
We were trying to be a bit mysterious, and we'll continue to try to be slightly mysterious, but the Knights of the Realm, so we announced last September, I think it was, that we've entered into, what would you say, entered into plans with Portakabin and University of York St John.
Yeah.
Along with York College to come up with a centre of excellence.
Yeah.
And we put out, what a plan would look like. Well, we agreed to that about a month ago now. So we've agreed to the partnership with Portakabin on a long-term basis, and it's now time to make it real, and it's to really to fund that and to get the academy off the ground. So. The Knights of the Realm, we're looking to partner with 250 businesses or individuals. We're open to anyone who wants to be a part of something that's quite a legacy play.
Yeah.
So, it's a large construction. It's around 12,000 square feet, 2-storey, double locker room, so you can have double headers on site.
Yeah.
And it'll be a real game changer for us, because we've had a great relationship with York St John. Certainly in the most recent history, and it allows us to build to the Super League. But we were talking about pathways earlier, and we were talking about how you fill your pipeline of players to get long periods of success. So now we've come into the top tier. It's time now for us to take that next step. So joining the Knights of the Realm, really there's 3 key parts to it. the night of nights, where the City Council and the stadium have agreed to allow us to do a black tie event on the field.
Wow.
And so, it's an opportunity to get dolled up, to come out underneath the great lights of the stadium.
6 again, and we've dropped the ball. Dear me. Oh dear, what a shame. Hey, dear.
So young fella.
Anyway, so come on. So we've got black tie.
Yeah, we've got
on
the black tie event. So we'll have some 3 serious high notoriety guests that we'll announce in the next week.
Yeah.
That'll be a part of a panel there talking about everything sports and personal life.
So that from a sporting sort of background.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're talking leaders of their nation in some of the biggest sports in the country. So it'll be an interesting gathering. We'll announce that throughout the week. The other piece is everyone that becomes a part of the realm, they'll get a stone with their name or business emblazoned on it, and that'll be a part of the entrance at the Centre of Excellence. It'll be something there that's a real legacy place. So brick by brick, is kind of our mindset.
Yep.
And we're trying to build this community that gives York an academy and a home base to really train from and to go to another level. So there's those ones, and then the fun one, well, not that the others aren't fun, but the fun one for me this summer is that, in partnership with the Good Racing Co as well, everyone who's a Knight of the Realm actually also gets a share in a racehorse.
Okay.
And the racehorse is called Shambles, after the famous street, obviously.
Yeah.
And so that's something where, during the summer...
I'm glad you pointed that out to a Yorkie.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you know this, but like Diagon Alley was... No. So, they're in here. Oof.
I don't know, has he held him up?
Just short.
I think she's going upstairs, his referee.
There doesn't seem to be much body language around it.
She's given no try. So I'm thinking that there might have been a winger involved in that try-saving tackle.
A particular winger?
Yeah, a very white one. Here we go. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we now? So, yeah, there he is. Hanging on. Does he hang on enough?
Noffaluma's come across. Looks like it's either just shy.
Well, if there's a camera angle, we're going to... Because I think he's saying, I've scored it, it's on the line, isn't he? I think that's what Lamb's saying. We need a camera off that angle, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We need it from the post in. So he's short there.
So he's short there. Still short. And then he's Miles is in way of him.
Yeah, I think double movement, if anything.
Well, there's no try on field, so unless there's a...
Yeah,
and then he seems to let go. But I think he's let go because he's saying, look, I'm over that line, but does he think he's rolled forward with it a bit? I don't know.
I'm not sure, mate.
This is when it's really hard to be an impartial commentator, and it's like, it's not a try.
I don't think either of us.
It's clearly not a try, but if it was York, it clearly would be a try.
Oh, definitely. There's no doubt.
So I'll give him, if he keeps him out here, I'll give him some raps for it. Well done there, if he keeps him out. I think he's fortunate because I think he put it on Noffaluma's feet, hasn't he, basically?
Yeah, Noffaluma's got his body in between the ball and the line there, and I think it may have saved the day.
I think he was short. I think he was short when he's let
From
go.
another angle, you can't give that, can you?
Yeah, you can't give it. So that's the thing. It's inconclusive, isn't it? And referee's given no try, so it should be no try. But they've all set up to play again. So well done to that very white winger, because I thought he played a part in holding him up there. So well done, lad.
There we go.
There you go.
But yeah, so Knights of the Realm, mate, it's a real, it's one of those things where it's a real community play, to be honest with you. We're looking for people to be generous and get behind what we're building here as a club, and it's an exciting time for the club, but it's also a time where we've got to, we can't just be satisfied with being there. We've got to put things in place that take us to another level. And, we've got to continually look to level up. And as you would attest to your boy coming through the junior systems, mate, there's enough kids here in York. We've got 3 really strong clubs. We've got a 4th club that's come out of York St John. You've also got North Yorkshire as a catchment area. It's more than enough for us to start to steer that talent into our own system instead of seeing it go to other academies. You know, we've had too many clubs for too long in the Super League come into our backyard,
and
take our kids, put them into their academy. And you know, you can't default them for that because we haven't presented another option.
Well,
so
put it through hands.
It's a good run here.
That was good.
Come on, last. Oof.
Oh.
Sits up for Cody.
Do we know it's? I hope we know it's last tackle.
Oh, I don't know if we do. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
What a mess. Bro, I don't think we realised it was last tackle, did we? And it's gone to Atta, and Atta, you know, he's played. It's gone to the next kicker, and he's played as well. I just don't think they realised what was going on.
I think they're looking for points now, aren't they?
Yeah, I suppose there is. I mean, I think we've captain's challenge this, haven't we? But again, this is, you know, we have to keep the ball alive, don't we? We have to, you know, we've got to score twice at least. So we've got to keep having a go at them. So 250 business partners, what you're looking at?
250 business.
It's only just been launched. Yeah.
So you get a stone at the entrance in the interim while we build that. So the launch will be 2028.
Yeah.
So the Centre of Excellence will launch in 2028 along with the academy. We'll start with an under-16 boys and an under-16 girls, which again, you know, we're big into the women's game. We want to continue to be on the front line there and drive the growth of the women's game. So, you know, we'll be offering academy positions for girls under the age of 16 as well. So, yeah, we'll start with that under-16 age bracket, and then we'll let them grow through, and you know they'll become our under-19s. So it's you know, it's ambitious, mate. It's ambitious, but that's what we are. We're an ambitious club, and you know I don't want to be anything but ambitious.
No,
so,
I think you've got to be brave, haven't you? So
yeah. So when I look at what our structure is now as far as creating pathways and upskilling players to be ready for the top tier, you know, the partnership with Newcastle is one that's, you know, allowing us to get game time into players and see these young fellas, you know, really develop, which has been great because the reserve grade competition is you know not going to do that in my opinion. So, you know, you need them playing against men, you need them playing week in, week out, and you need them playing in an environment where they can see a direct pathway to the top. So we've got that, but now we need that next step. We need that underage bracket, and we need it at a higher level than we currently have it. So giving our club a home to train, you know, somewhere where we can host events as well. You know, it's a major cost every time we do a sponsor event. You know, it ends up costing us money. So being able to have somewhere we can do that.
And this is all going to be at St John's, yeah.
It'll be St John's. It'll be York College.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a partnership that's quite exciting. And it's good on education too. Yeah. So you know, it's a real city collaborative. It's exciting, mate. And the fact that they've come together to work with us on it, along with Porter Cabin, as I said, is just, it's made it real. Now I've got to do my part, and I've got to find a way to come up with the funds to continue to build our club and our community. So well done, Sam.
It's a massive challenge.
Yeah, it is, mate.
So I mean, you know, just running a club alone, but then trying to grow a club. I think given, you know, it talks about the climate, financial, everything else in the world, but you know, the fact that the game's at times so fractured as a sport. And
well, that's where, again, you know, it's an interesting time, isn't it? The conversation's taking place this week. I think there's a real opportunity, and if people put egos and self-interest aside, I think there's a serious chance that we can make this sport a real global one. Yeah. You know, we've been too quiet for too long, and it's time to get up there and bang our drums and be counted for.
Good take. York attacking, put a kick into corner, and it was well defended.
Certainly was.
No, Charlie.
Yeah, certainly was. He's class, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, Old stager. But they love him, don't they? That's the thing. They love him at the club as well. So he's been such a good servant to the game in general. Yeah, and he even had a spell away, didn't he, at rugby union? I mean, I don't know what was going through his head, but there you are.
Big checks, mate.
I think that was before HIA, wasn't it?
Could have been. I don't think he was doing too much tough stuff in rugby union. I don't think he was playing front.
Bit of a rest.
Yeah, I don't think he was playing front row.
Yeah. So we're down to last 3 minutes now. York really Got a lot to do, it's fair to say. Now I think we might get a 7 tackle set here.
Yep.
But I don't think Leigh will be too bothered. It'll grind down another 30 seconds or so, and York will start on their own 20. It's probably not the worst kick in the world that they've ever put in at this time of the game. So we've got to go the length of the pitch twice, basically. So we've got a lot to do. I think they've battled quite well of York.
Yeah,
I think we've competed.
We've given ourselves plenty of opportunities, haven't we? It's just you know, when the balls hit the ground, you know, we've not had it go our way at times. But I think it's been a good contest. I think Leigh are probably the better team here in the second half. There's no doubt. Yeah,
second half. Yeah, they have edged it without a doubt. So.
But you never know. 2.5 minutes is a lifetime, right?
It's interesting because you know, Macca's not come back on, has he? No. And neither's Pape. Both, you know, which such influential players on a game, and neither of them have come back out. And a couple of minutes now. York, standout players for York. Who are you thinking?
I think. Oh, jeez.
I know it's always. Have another minute because when you do a job with Andy Acko, he always gives you 2 minutes left. Like, oh, I forgot I had to do that. Hard look. It was worth a gamble, wasn't it? No. It was worth a risk. So I think that's going to be game now. I
think Sam Woods had a good game.
Yep.
Returning from that injury, probably putting his hand up to do that as well. You know, it's a sign of his character, mate. I think he's been great tonight.
Yeah.
I think Cody's been really strong with his kicking game. I think there's been some nice touches there. I think Miles has done a good job. I think Sam Cook's competed well in the middle.
Cookie arguably. Yeah, I think, you know, because he's played a lot of minutes as well, hasn't he? So he's gone back out and stayed out there.
Yeah, he's played extended minutes.
Shame. I do like Bamforth as well. I think Bamforth's a good player.
Talent, mate. He's a proper talent. He's a great young lad too. Tough as they come. He's really fit into the group well.
They're having a little bit of a discussion. He's Cookie and I mean, they don't like it. Like
Papua New Guinea and New Zealand have never been the biggest of friends. So
I think what's happened there is he's kicked it as Lamb and he's gone after him and he's pushed him. But again, there's no wrong with what he's done. He's gone on his man. But I think he's hurt his hand when he's fallen and he's got really miffed with it. I think that's about what's happened. 30 seconds left. Sort of winding down the clock now. Leigh, they don't mind having a bit of an argument and a bit of an unsettlement and just slowing game down, and he's still arguing.
He's been good tonight, Lamb. I do think that 40-20 was
it was a game changer, wasn't it? Yeah, really game changer.
It really was.
So yeah, because you know that scored off back of that, didn't there as well? That was a massive playing game. Has had a proper body slam here. Is it Scott Galliano? They proper slammed him into the ground there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
There was a real wrestle move. Was that one? Watch here. Just absolutely throw him into the ground here.
He's up.
There we go.
Underneath. Oh, you could argue.
Have that. Yeah, I think they'll give it because he's gone flat, hasn't he? They're not going to. So there's not. I don't think there's out in that. I think it was just a really, really hard tackle.
I think there's definite improvement in this week's performance. It's a shame not to get the 2 points. Obviously, you know, it's never.
Yeah,
I'll never be a happy loser, and I'm probably putting on a more neutral face than I want to have. But I think it's certainly an improved performance.
Not card in this shit. I think there's a card coming out here.
For 5 seconds.
Oh, there is a card coming out.
It's a green one.
Green card. Dear me. So, yeah, with 5 seconds on the clock. So we're going to kick and chase. So we're just waiting for York to play the ball. Last play, I think they'll do something like that, which is not unexpected. It worked quite well. It's quite good. And unfortunately, he's kicked to the side of the field where we haven't got any players at all. That's a shame.
Oh dear.
So Leigh fans get very excited because they've got the 3rd win of the season.
And well deserved.
They did deserve it, in fairness. Yeah, they were the better team. Certainly second half. There was very little in it in first half. The second half, they have edged it. And as you said, I think the 40-20 was probably the biggest play of the game. They've scored on the back of it. And all of a sudden, we were just chasing it a little bit more.
We went through that wave where momentum was against us, didn't we? And then we started to build our position down the field. And then that 40-20 just, was...
Yeah, it was a real
play, and
it was a great play, but just drained life out of York as well, didn't it? It sucked some energy out.
The early kick down here as well, their kicking game at those 2 points were really quite, just brought us back down to that end of the field.
Yeah, it was momentum shifts, wasn't it, as well? That was the thing, I mean, the 40-20, obviously, he's done it from way inside his own half, and such a massive shift of where the game was being played. So
it certainly was.
But so that's us for tonight. So
I appreciate you putting up with me, mate. I won't make a habit of coming on, but I know you had an empty seat tonight, so
that's fine. I hope you. When I heard I was an empty seat, and I said, "Can you send me somebody high?" But I didn't mean 6'7". So the so I've only stood up all night so that we look very similar.
I stopped growing up a long time ago, but I've started to grow out since then, sadly.
That happens when you're smaller, don't worry. Anyway, look, thanks for those of you who did join us. I hope you got some fantastic insight from our chairman here about where York are hoping to go. And basically, what it means to run a rugby club and where you need to take it in the direction it needs to be in what is a very fractured landscape at the moment of rugby league. It feels very disjointed at times and not always sure what's going on, as I'm sure you'll probably find that even more so.
Yeah, the one thing that always I find reassuring is that everyone that's in the game is in it because they care about it. Now can we prioritise the game above ourselves? And I mean that not just in the Northern Hemisphere, I mean that in the Southern Hemisphere as well. There's such an opportunity to get this right. There's such an opportunity to take this game to where it deserves to be on a global scale. And the only thing that's in between that is whether people can, approach it with the right intention and approach it with the right attitude to get it right. If we go in there knowing that we can get it right and committed to getting it right, then there's no other outcome but to get it right. My hope is that, over the next month, we can see some courageous decisions and some humbling decisions that have the game's best interest at heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I think and again, I think I get all of that, and it's rowing in the right direction. And I sometimes don't always know that everybody's doing that, but time will tell. So thank you for your time. Thanks for your time. Thank you for your insight. I hope some people get something of value out of that.
I don't know about that.
It's an interesting sort of take on it all, isn't it? So
I appreciate you putting up with me tonight, mate.
Good to get your views. So thank you. Sorry we didn't win. You won't be as disappointed as I am because it's a bit more at Carlone that's not getting paid off. So it's tragic, really. So
young fellow went well tonight.
Yeah, he did all right. So it was a big night, great night. So thanks for joining us. Apologies we didn't win. York go down 18-6, and we'll be back. I think is it next week? Is it Toulouse?
Yeah, it's Toulouse
Thursday
next
night.
week. Thanks everyone for your support, York. You've been incredible all year. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, because
we'll try and turn over the frogs.
Lee have travelled in numbers tonight, and they've been quite vocal. They've been quite good, and I doubt Toulouse will bring as many. So it'd be good if you can all get here and get behind the lads and get us up to them in the league.
To play for. What are we? I think we're 3 wins out of the playoffs, aren't we? So we'll keep that mindset. We'll go get 3 wins.
Yeah, too right. Yeah. I mean, it's always crook because they always do leagues in alphabetical order anyway, and we're always going to come bottom, aren't we? So. We won't come bottom. We won't come bottom. Right. Thanks for listening. Thank you. See you all soon.